Person calls um person reads, yeah, phone call readings. I don't do videos, just phone call readings. That's it. If you wanted to read it, look in the description box. Don't answer nobody in the fake profile down there in the comment section. So I got the Two of Pentacles here. You thinking about your money, you juggling here, finances, good. Oh, you finna go travel and everything. You finna have a good time. Look at that person. Hold on, show you. That's a 9 of Cups. Your wish is gonna be fulfilled at this time too. I see somebody at the bar and everything like that, or
Titty
like
bar.
just chilling. This person look happy go lucky there. Okay? Everything could be moving kind of fast right now too. Somebody want to move fast. Yeah, you got a stalker. You got somebody watching you. Somebody could be gossiping too. You could be dealing with somebody with a younger. Oh, look, you got more than one stalker. Look. They say this person confused. Let's look at this person. Oh, what are they talking about?
Go ahead and tell them, shit.
What's the next card for the collective? Angels and spirits, what's the next card for the collective? That card. Look at this person. They feel the same. I just heard somebody could have had. I heard an abortion.
Just now.
If you did, it was twins.
Just now.
There's some giving back and forth. Something's about finances here. Things moving real fast. Here, there's some giving back and forth, and somebody got their hand out. Somebody could be pissed. Town. It could be some challenging information about the news about a kid or something. Kid. So this is a younger person.
Well, it says, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister and to give his life a ransom for many. And as they departed from Jericho, and a great multitude followed him, and behold, 2 blind sitting by the wayside, when they heard that Jesus passed by, cried out, saying, Have mercy on us, O Lord, thou Son of David. And the multitude rebuked them because they should hold their peace. Don't be mad because I talk about what y'all niggas motherfucking dancing around about. Should have held your peace if you were king. But they cried the more, saying, Have mercy on us, O Lord, thou Son of David. And Jesus stood still and called them and said, What will ye that I shall do unto you? They say unto him, Lord, that our eyes may be opened. So Jesus had compassion on them and touched their eyes, and immediately their eyes received sight, and they followed him. And when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem and were come to Bethphage, unto the Mount of Olives, then sent Jesus 2 disciples, saying unto them, Go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied, and a colt with her. So a donkey and a horse, right? Loose them and bring them unto me. That's why he wanted me to stop. And if any man say aught unto you, ye shall say, The Lord hath need of them, and straightway he will send them. All this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, saying, Tell ye the daughter of Sion, Behold, thy king cometh unto thee, meek and sitting upon an ass, and a colt, the foal of an ass. So now they're trying to say the colt was pregnant. Ain't that what she was just saying, right? A daughter pregnant, miscarriage. And the disciples went and did as Jesus commanded them, and brought the ass and the colt, and put them there clothes, and they sent him thereon. And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees and strawed them in the way. And the multitudes that went before and that followed cried, saying, Hosanna, the son of David, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. Okay, Google. What does the name 5, 6, grab your crucifix, 7, 8. See, this is what God do for me, right? You know why? Because, yeah, it was the vision. And, yeah, can't nobody explain it like how I do because this is what God showed me in this vision. I don't give a fuck about any of these dudes out here being mad about them trying to do us wrong. They should be happy that I told them what's going to happen. Because the more that they think that they're going to keep it from happening, the more they fall into it. It's the reason why God sent the lion spirit down here. Said Lucifer fell like a bolt of lightning. Okay, Google. I'm going to pull up the picture. Even the Egyptians told of a story where the Baphomet, well, the eyes of Ra and the eyes of Horus were going to come looking for their two children. And so when people going out there praising that sacrifice in the woods, that outcast, that casted out one, when they looking for the devil, when they trying to be a Mason and they want to get knowledge and understanding come with God sent us down here to enlighten you, put us at y'all mercy. A boy and a girl, right? Adam and Eve. Yes, because they were of my creation. Don't fall down. You want me to come get you? So when y'all doing the two-finger thing, like I said, people asked for me. You want? We'll help. I got Jenny Keys.
What are you doing? What are you doing? John's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And you just walking through shit.
Mind you. Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who walks right through poop. And I know I'm gonna be the man who's speaking about poop. 'Cause I will talk 500 miles.
Put my shirt on because this one shows too much.
I was stole from the same mother, and so he felt upset and butthurt that I wasn't mad that I set a trap that he and that fool in there fell for. But then he get mad when I just tell him the facts. You can talk in the roundabout stuff. You can say what you did to me over there, but when I'm conscious and whatever y'all thought y'all drugged me with, I watched y'all. But I'm conscious now. No matter how much money they paid, motherfuckers, what, $3,000? Remember that Terrell Reader told you they was running out of time?
Yeah.
So when he left from here to go beat up on Araya and Ayana over at the motherfucking strip club, I could have walked over there into the basement, untied them. I mean, that is what the Bible just said, right, Angie?
What?
Mind you, he got eyes and can't see, ears and can't hear, a brain can't understand. Sit down, let me.
Cherry sours?
Nope. Hear me out.
I hear you all the time.
I know. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. So in other words, I started early knowing that these motherfuckers was going to be trying to
Do some stupid shit.
I know everybody who trying to do some goofy shit.
So you should know that I ain't one of them.
And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. That was y'all just a second ago pulling up, right? And said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. And again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did not, did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and saith unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? Here. Then say unto him, Because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto his steward, that will be the child of him and a woman by the last name of Stewart, right? Call the laborers and give them their hire. Give them their hire. That's my steward. About the 11th hour, they received every man a penny.
Penny?
Well,
I wasn't sure if I heard you right.
Well, didn't he say he got 100 pennies from you?
No, he said he had 100 pennies.
Bingo. But when the first came, which would be Jeff, right?
Yeah.
They supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. So now that just confirms what they did to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they heard or had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, These last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which hath borne the burden and heat of the day. But he answered one of them and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Doest not thou agree with me for a penny? So when I told them exactly what the penny meant, that's when they started getting butthurt. Take that, thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last, even unto thee. So in other words, he had his pennies and he had his pennies. He had wheat pennies. Well, he had a 41. What's his name again, Angie? I know. Old Brother Brown. Yeah, I mean, you sat right here. You witnessed the miracle, right? He took big money and all that shit that he said he was gonna do. He didn't go get fucked up for it, but better he get fucked up and not have done what he done, because he still got to stay loyal to my son. So what he did to me over there, well, mind you, I know my son's moves because I watched him do it to people who fucking played with his money all the time, just like my son will play with his money. Nigga, mind you, what they doing with what they thought they took from me, when I come from my tenfold, I'm going to start with my family and work my way down. Everything that I've been saying this whole time ain't been no motherfucking lie. And I don't give a fuck what he tell people that he did to me. Wow, they thought they had to. Motherfucker, I set that trap and I watched y'all do that because I'm the lion spirit who sits inside this good man's body. And them are some of the worst demons that sit inside those children. I don't mind dying. Everything that they finna experience when they find out what's really wrapped inside those gift packages, whew, and then they can't run in the flesh or they can't run in the spirit. They got to face that shit right here and now, because this ain't no dream no more. I'm manifesting and manipulating all at the same time. This is my world. I ain't being cocky, or I didn't ask for this shit either. Y'all asked for me to come. Yes, you did.
Really?
As above, so below.
But
Ooh.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Because soaring is the sacrifice to the Lord, the heavenly creator, right? And then they cast the Baphomet into the woods as a black sheep. Oh, well, mind you, you can't stop anything because it ain't even my will being done. This is what I'm being willed to show people. I've been at everybody's mercy, but in the drop of a dime, when God want the most unlikeliest person to show people that, ladies, what these boys think they doing to motherfucking keep y'all in fear, I'm gonna show y'all what it's like to see them in the fear far worse. But they do y'all like that because y'all don't do to them what y'all would do to them had I been inside you. Y'all needed me to be here in the flesh so that way you could be healing your heart. But I'm here to put a whole lot of motherfucking horseshoe in somebody's asses. But that's because that's what they asked for. 2 children, and yes, they're Adam and Eve, but guess what? That's because one came first and the other came last. But in the original way that I wrote the Bible, Adam refers to a last name as a family. Man and woman coming together. 1 plus 1 equaling 3, a trifecta. I apologize that these men fucked with y'all minds because they wanted to be y'all. But they can't call themselves men, and they should motherfucking remove their balls and call themselves eunuchs so y'all know the truth. I'm not being offensive, I promise
No,
you.
you're not. I was just going to say.
You don't
That's
have
what they need.
you don't have to. I was hoping that you was gonna light this motherfucking blunt. And
I was hoping you was going to give me some ice in my glass.
well, the only thing that I can give people right now is this rotten ass inside of this body. And well, it says, "It is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. Let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever. And verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea." Be thou moved, man. They pulled Skylar Brown's soul out and his family out. They up there waiting in the white light. And be thy in the sea. When that lightning was cast down, Lucifer, the sea, a Pisces, right?
Yeah.
Well, it shall be done. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. And when he was come into the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching, and said, by what authority dost thou these things? And who gave thee this authority? And Jesus answered and said unto them, I also will ask you one thing, which if ye tell me, I in like wise will tell you about the authority of these things, right? The baptism of John, whence was it? From heaven or of men?
From heaven.
And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we shall say from heaven, he will say unto us, why did ye not believe in him? But if we shall say of men, why fear the people? For all hold John as a prophet. And they answered Jesus and said unto him, we cannot tell. And he said unto them, neither tell I you by what authority I do these things. Do I? I just tell people that I'm going to do them. And it fucking annoys them, but when you're fathering sons out here, they know not to test daddy. They can do whatever to all that I done put my blood, sweat, and tears into. reap the benefits of my hard work. But I'll whoop that motherfucking ass if they don't think that this shit right here, it ain't just me running my mouth.
No, it's not.
But what think ye? A certain man had 2 sons, and he came to the first and said, Son, go work today in my vineyard. And he answered and said, I will not. But afterward he repented and went. And he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir, and went not. Whether of them twain did the will of his father? So pretty much which one did my will?
The one that's coming.
Or was it the one that left?
Both.
Well, they say unto him the first. I say unto them, verily I say unto you, that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of God before you. For John came unto you in the way of righteousness, and ye believed him not. But the publicans and the harlots believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented not afterward, that ye might believe him. Here another parable. There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard. While you were gone, I'm pretty much the person to care of your house, right? So the householder vineyard is my daughters because they're the ones who carry my name, right? Well, and hedged it round about and digged a winepress in it and built a tower and let it out to husbandmen and went into a far country. And when the time of the first fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen that they might receive the fruits of it. And the husbandmen took his servants and beat one and killed another and stoned another. And again he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. But last of all he sent unto him his son, saying, They will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him and cast him out of the vineyard and slew him. When the Lord therefore of the vineyard cometh, what will he do unto the husbandmen? They say unto him, He will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard unto the husbandmen, which shall render him the fruits of their seasons. Jesus said unto them, Did ye never read in the scriptures, the stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore say I unto you, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you and given to a nation bringing forth the fruits thereof. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. And when the chief priests and the Pharisees had heard his parables, they perceived that he spake of them. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude, because they took him for a prophet. And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth another servant, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. The marriage is I go to put this body back in the dirt, because my father about to come here first. But they made light of it and went their ways, one to his farm. Didn't he say about the farm? Another to his merchandise, which would be my nothing that they made into something. And the remnant took his servants and entered them spitefully and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city. Then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out onto the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. Well, we did go to the highway when you saw me, except as my children, right? And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. Do I look like I'm ready to be dressed in? And he saith unto him, Friend, how comest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then he said to the king of the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. Why tempt ye me, you hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. In other words, I told everybody, go out there and get that money that they paying people to do what it is that they want to do to me, right? Who is this image and superscription? Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. You know whose face was on that 30 pieces of silver when Judas betrayed Jesus? Caesar's, Julius Caesar's. Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by God, saying, talking about right now, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. I mean, I should be dead, right? Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Hang all the law and those prophets. Because if they don't prophesy what I just told y'all, what they thought they was taking from my family tree, they're going to end up finding themselves hanging like ornaments.
People can be so bad.
They ain't bad.
Not bad, but bad.
Mind you, they ain't
Evil.
seen, they ain't seen.
No, they haven't. And they're going to wish they didn't.
Well, it sounds good.
They are.
Mm-mm.
Going to wish they didn't.
No, they probably should have wished that they went a lot further when they crossed that line. Because the only people that this body was supposed to save was the ones that were saved when this body returned back to that dirt. Hey, Google. according to the form of the myth prepared by the Greek author Plutarch. Eventually, Isis and her sister Nephthys found and buried all the pieces except the phallus, thereby giving new life to Osiris, who thenceforth remained in the underworld as ruler and judge. His son Horus successfully fought against Seth, avenging Osiris and becoming the new king of Egypt. Osiris was not only ruler of the dead, but also the power that granted all life from the underworld, from sprouting vegetation to the annual flood of the Nile River. From about 2000 BCE onward, it was believed that every man, not just the deceased kings, became associated with Osiris at death. This identification with Osiris, however, did not imply resurrection, for even Osiris did not rise from the dead. Instead, he signified the renewal of life both in the next world and through one's descendants on earth. In this universalized form, Osiris's cult spread throughout Egypt, often joining with other cults for local fertility and underworld deities. The idea that rebirth in the next life could be gained by following Osiris was maintained through certain cult forms. In the Middle Kingdom, the gods' festival consisted of processions and nocturnal rites and were celebrated at the temple of Abydos, where Osiris had assimilated the very ancient god of the dead, Khenti Imitiu, this name meaning foremost of the Westerners, was adopted by Osiris as the epithet. Because the festivals took place in the public participation was permitted, and by the early second millennium, it had become fashionable to be buried along the processional road at Abydos or to erect a cenotaph. There was a representative of the dead. Osiris festivals, symbolically reenacting the god's fate, were celebrated annually in various towns throughout Egypt. A central feature of the festivals during the late period was the construction of the Osiris Garden, a mold in the shape of Osiris filled with soil. The mold was moistened with the water of the Nile and sown with grain. Later, the sprouting grain symbolized a vital strength of Osiris. At Memphis, the holy bull, Apis, was linked with Osiris, becoming Osiris Apis, which eventually became the name of the Hellenistic god Serapis. Greco-Roman authors connected Osiris with the god Dionysius. Osiris was also identified with Soker, an ancient Memphite, god of the dead. The oldest known depiction of Osiris dates to about 2300 BCE, but representations of him are rare before the New Kingdom, when he was shown in an archaizing form as the mummy, with his arms crossed on his breast, one hand holding the crook and the other a flail. Flail. Don't they say flailing? On his head was the Atef crown, composed of the white crown of Upper Egypt and two ostrich feathers. Isis, Egyptian goddess. Is Isis, all right. Isis was the goddess of what?
You're not going to cook that? Yeah. Oh. I just want to not do it right now.
Isis, Egyptian Aset or Eset, one of the most important goddesses of ancient Egypt. Her name is the Greek form of an ancient Egyptian word for throne. Isis was initially an obscure goddess who lacked her own dedication temples, but she grew in importance in the dynastic age and progressed until she became one of the most important deities of ancient Egypt. Her cult subsequently spread throughout the Roman Empire, and Isis was worshipped from England to Afghanistan. She is still revered by pagans today and mourner. She was a principal deity in rites connecting with the dead. As magical healer, she cured the sick and brought the deceased to life. And as mother, she was a role model for all women. Isis had strong links with Egyptian kingship, and she was most often represented as a beautiful woman wearing a sheath dress and either the hieroglyphic sign of the throne or a solar disk or cow's horns on her head. Occasionally, sit down here again. You didn't have to walk over. I mean, could you sit down? See, y'all doing too much.
I'm not doing too much.
Yeah, you is. Sit back and do less. Let me show you how. Occasionally, she was represented as a scorpion, a bird, a sow, or a cow. There are no references to Isis before the 5th dynasty, but she is mentioned many times in the pyramid text, in which she offers assistance to the dead king. Later, as ideas of the afterlife became more democratic, Isis was able to extend her help to all dead Egyptians.
I know, you just like it.
Like, you all right?
Because there's no ashtray right here.
Well, mind you, there ain't no ass tray.
Ashtray. Well, now you're not even smoking it with me?
Hmm?
I thought you told me to light it.
I did, but ain't nobody taking me serious, and I'm just
I
on.
take you serious all the time.
So why is we still talking about asses? We already know what they
I
did.
said ashtray.
We already know what they did, right? I'm not worried about that.
I wanted to put my tits in your face. That's why I wanted to bring you the ropes.
Well, we should have went over to the strip club.
There's no strip club no more to tap at.
But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant, and whosoever shall exalt him shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gold or the temple that sanctifieth the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing, but whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifieth the gift?
The altar of the saints. Isaac.
Whosoever therefore shall swear by the altar sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. So in other words, the dresser, it is an altar. Got a few out here. If you took the time to put things on there, swear it by all of it, right? And whosoever shall swear by the temple sweareth by it and by him that dwelleth therein. Skylar Brown is just the temple, the vessel. I am him that dwelleth therein. I ain't Scarlet Brown.
I know.
And he that shall swear by heaven sweareth by the throne of God and by him that sitteth thereon.
See? Scarlet Brown.
Scarlet Brown is just the roots. That's why his body goes back down into the earth.
Mm-hmm.
The two that sit upon it is that trunk and that first branch. Either way, it's a child and her first child. So my child and my grandchild. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye have done, and not to leave the other undone. Ye blind guides which strain as a gnat and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that which outside the cup and platter, and the outside them may be cleansed also. So it ain't bad what goes in.
It comes out. How it comes out.
Well, where does it come from if it's coming from within? Out of the heart, right?
Yeah.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanness. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity, which pretty much means lawlessness. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets, and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves, that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers. Ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of the righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Bacharias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens unto her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord.
What's this? He or she?
Mm-mm.
There is no she.
No, you know why?
But we're female.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why can't they?
Because you are Adam. God created Adam in the likeness, right?
Yeah.
And it said that the seed from God, people would have to praise and come back to for salvation, right? So remember when I told y'all, I'm not going to sweat what's being done right now, because when I remove the obstacles, I know my children are probably going to come around you guys, right? Forgiveness and mercy is fucking divine for a reason. I know why y'all mad.
I'm not mad.
Well, mind you, if him want to be a her, then he need to go be a eunuch. But I am his immortal majesty. And if you're a eunuch, you only tend to these women the way that they need you to, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But they, without balls, can't call themselves men. Men bear fruit.
Did you?
Well, no, they farm, they plant the seed. Women bear the fruit. So if you plant a seed and then try to kill off the
You
tree,
can't do that.
but funny how they tried to do it to my tree and to me, the seed. But they cast my stump to the side and I still grew. If I ain't the stone that was cast to the side that a rose grew from, I would love to see the person who could show me.
I'm sexist from the side. I am.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known that what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye not think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Angie, what you cooking? Meat, right? Manwich. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. And if an evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portions with the hypocrites.
That him?
Well, mind you, if him thought that he was taken from me and didn't have to pay me back my tenfold, I told him a long time ago, I'm going to make them look like a hypocrite, because they done told everybody that they was going to do this and they was going to do that.
And you should. They deserve it.
Well, mind you, who is that?
You said that.
Who is that?
I'm telling you.
And I didn't say I'm reading.
I didn't say you were. I said you said.
You forgot to say from the book of Bible
The book of the Lord.
that you were reading.
That I was.
Well, I was actually.
And you're not a hypocrite.
The Lord of the servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which looked their lamps, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, while the bridegroom tarried. They all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto their wise, Give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, and the bridegroom came out, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and another 2, and to another 1, to every man according his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1, he went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with him. Who's that Lord? It's my son. Because he don't play with his money. Ain't that what I said? After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoning with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also had received 2 talents, and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reaped where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I shall have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And